Hi, this is Rachel Kane reporting live in the south side of Chicago. It is now April 3rd, 1975, and I am here with Walter Lee Younger. He is a hardworking black man who wants to move up in society.
Hello, Rachel. Things have certainly changed in my life.
So, Walter, tell me how moving into an all white neighborhood has affected you.
Well, at first, it was really hard to feel unwanted in your own home, but moving there was a big step for me and my family, and it made me realize it was really possible for me to move up in society, even though I'm an uneducated black man.
You mentioned the move helping you realize change is possible. What have you done to change your social status since then?
After the move, I decided to save up all my money and finally opened up my own alcohol store. I have made a huge profit and was able to buy a new house for me, my wife Ruth, my son Travis, and my daughter Abby.
That's excellent. How has life changed for your sister Benita and your mother?
Well, Benitha finished school and is now working in a hospital, and she's married to Assagai, who often takes her to visit his tribe in Africa. Benitha loves seeing her heritage, but I find it pointless. Mama is still living in the same neighborhood, but is now more diverse. Since I am making more money, Mama was able to retire, and I support her financially.
That is great. Do you think your relationship with Ruth has improved with all this change?
I think most of the issues I had with Ruth were because I was unhappy with myself. I have made a life for myself, and I am proud with what I have done, so I treat Ruth better, and we are in love and both happy people now.
How do you think being black has affected your social status?
I think being a wealthy black man is rare, but changes are coming, and I am proof of this change. As a black, I started at the bottom. I was poor and had a crappy job. Now I've made a change in my life, and things are better for my entire family.
Has anything in Travis's life changed, and how has his view on life changed?
I'm the only man Travis has to look up to, so he used to see that I was negative after my money was stolen, so he used to be negative towards society. Now that I have changed, Travis also sees things are changing, and that if he puts his mind to something, he can really achieve it.
You used to not care about Benita's education. How do you feel about that now?
I can now see that beneath this educated is completely beneficial. Now that she is educated, she is able to get better jobs and has a social status. She's an example of an education enabling someone to be able to do something they only dreamed of doing.
What ever happened with the white people that weren't wanting you to live in that neighborhood?
Well, we faced many challenges as we first moved in, so we were marked, and the neighbors were outraged. As time went on, more black people moved to the neighborhood, and it became more diverse. The whites cared less, and many stopped trying to get us to move. In that neighborhood, Mama now has many black neighbors.
Why do you think Benita married a Sagai rather than George?
Benitha knew that marrying George would mean she would have financial security, but she wasn't all about money. She thought it was more important to marry someone she actually loved. And in the end, she made the right decision.
Do you and Mama get along well now?
Yes, there was a lot of stress when the paycheck came in because I really wanted the money, but after the move and my job change, I can support my business ideas. Mama always supported me, but she had a different idea of what to do with that money.
Where's your father?
My father died. He was always a very hardworking man, and Mama tells me that he basically worked himself to death.
Well, I'm very sorry to hear that, and thank you for meeting with me today. I enjoyed learning about your interesting life.
Thank you.
Hello, this is Redding here in Chicago reporting live with an interview of Mama. So Mama, what is the biggest change you've encountered?
Hello, Redding. Well, I would have to say that the biggest change I've encountered is not living with my entire family anymore. I've really missed not seeing my children and their families every day, but I am proud of them for going out on their own.
How did you react when Walter told you the money was gone?
I was very upset. I had worked so hard for that paycheck, and I couldn't believe someone took that away from me. But more importantly, I was sad for my son. It was very apparent that he was hurt by the situation and very disappointed in his so-called friend. I couldn't blame him for the money being stolen, but I was very upset that he didn't set aside money for Benita's schooling bills. It is very important to me to support Benita in getting an education because I knew she could do well in the medical field, and I am proud of her for pursuing her dream for a better life.
Did you want Benita to marry George or Asagai?
At first, I thought it would be better for her to marry George because of his money, but later I realized that I wanted Benita to marry Asagai because I knew he was the one that my daughter really loved. I didn't want her to just marry a man for money because then she wouldn't be happy in the end.
Although you faced many negative things during that time, what is worth it to move houses?
Yes, moving into that house was not just a new house, it symbolized the change that was going to take place. I am so surprised in the difference in personality in my son Walter. He has really stepped forward as the head of the household and has turned into a respectable man. After the money was stolen, Walter had no hope and was depressed, but after the move, he changed and began to work hard so that he could open his own business.
Oh, that is awesome. Would you say that Ruth and Walter's relationship has improved?
Yes, of course, Walter was down on himself and took it out on Ruth, but he has fixed that and is now loving towards her, and they always get along.
So, no, I think, yeah.
Hello, Travis. How are you today?
I'm doing great.
Well, good. How are things at school?
Well, I used to be very embarrassed when the teachers would ask me for money and I never had it, but now that isn't any issue.
How do you like having a little sister?
I love it. I enjoy having a sibling to talk to, and I'm so glad my parents decided to keep the baby. I like being a big brother.
Do you plan on attending college?
I haven't fully decided because I plan on taking over my father's liquor store when I am old enough.
I'm so glad I got to speak with your family today. Thank you very much.